Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Critical Botch. I do believe this is episode 4, was it?
3.
Yeah.
3? No, this is episode 4.
Oh,
right.
4?
Well, yeah. Welcome back to Critical Botch, episode 4. This is the only show in which the option to seemingly befriend an ogre after beating the crap out of it is viable. Joining me today, as per the usual, is Dalred, Thomas K, Eli L.A., and Zequan with their respective characters. If you haven't any idea who those characters are, go back and watch episode 1. You will not be disappointed. Some of the interactions these guys get to. Just watch the whole series. You'll have a blast, I swear. I have a blast every week.
Indeed.
Alright, so, to the new viewer, in case you didn't notice, there is a little bit of a new bonus addition to the video layout in the form of the roll history. This will keep track of recent rolls in the game for you to look at and get an idea of what everyone is doing so that we don't have to shout out our rolls every single time we make one. Now, it's just an effort on my part to minimize confusion. Excuse me. Alright. So. Oh my god, why?
That's a miss.
100, D100. Your end result is 4,739. Good job!
That's below average.
You broke the fucking universe. Good job.
Hey, he only rolled
Put
one
a bag
one
of folding in
whole
a
thing.
bag of folding.
No, I mean, he didn't break the universe because he failed. He broke the universe because he did too much. The universe just could not handle it. It broke. It imploded in on itself.
Like you said,
I was...
a bag of folding and a bag of folding.
Right?
Yeah.
A bag of holding and 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 a bag of holding.
A bag
bad
holding
idea.
and bag holding is a viable weapon. I've done it before.
I know it's a viable weapon.
Destroy
I mean, that's why you never let an engineer play D&D, because they'll figure out a way to turn a bag of holding and a bag of holding into a bow and arrow attack.
Yeah.
I've seen that diagram. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But, whatever the case, we haven't even started yet, and this recording's been going a little bit. Yeah, alright, so let's go and get started, shall we? So, where we last left off, you guys had just beat the crap out of an ogre, and the Dragonborn cleric had managed to convince it somehow to surrender. So we'll pick up right there. The ogre's currently lying on his back, prone, just sort of awkwardly, with his great club lying in the sand next to him. You know, his arms upraised a little bit, and his eyes are darting between the lot of you, like, are they going to kill me or not? Sort of look on
What's
his
your
face.
name?
Just coming right to the chase, are we?
Yeah.
Me Fargwash.
Hogwash. Do you have treasure?
Hang on a second, let me spell that out for you guys, actually.
Fargwash.
Yes. Try and guess where I got inspiration for that name from.
Let's Google it and find out.
I don't think Googling that will actually yield any results, but whatever.
So, Fogwash, you got any treasure?
Not on me.
Well, we are at your cave, right?
Technically speaking, you know, sort of semi-cave thing, yeah.
Yeah. Is it here? And I start looking around trying to find any.
Come on, Tardik, don't be mean.
And I'm blind as... Oh.
Yeah, you don't find any treasure. You're pretty confident it's not here.
So where is it?
Fight pretty well.
What?
You fight pretty well. Do I need to roll a deception check?
No, Fargwash just sort of grunts in response and slowly goes to sit up.
He had like this little encampment kind of thing. Did he have any kind of like walls around the area he was in? I seem to remember a map that sort of looked like that.
Yeah, as I described it, it was sort of like a mini crater in the side of the beach surrounded by rocky stuff. It was sort of like a rocky outcropping in the side of the beach.
Okay, so for purposes while all this is going on, Nalalia is like just leaning up against the like rocky surface, trying to figure out what in the crap these guys are wanting to do.
Which is exactly what's going through the GM's head as well.
Yeah, I mean, personally, it's hilarious that you guys want to make a. It's hilarious that you guys want to have an ogre companion character, but Nalalia as a character could care less.
Alright, so let's see here.
He's doing it again. Torek shakes his head.
Vashtin is still a lion and is growling at the ogre. Just generally.
Where did Vashtin go?
At Penmore's question of where did Vashtin go, Nalalia sort of just pats in the general direction of where the lion is. Just it's like she knows. She saw him transform.
Yeah.
Oh, the lion was Vashtin? So wait, Tordek?
Yeah.
Tordek attacked Vashtin? I'm confused.
Yes, I killed Vashtin. That's why he's right next to us. God, sometimes I hate you so much. And he gets out of the crater and stands next to Nadia. What's wrong with him? Oh, now we have an ogre.
The same thing that is wrong with the lot of you, and perhaps the ogre too.
Fargwash is remaining silent, just sort of sitting there cross-legged, looking across between dumbfounded and incredibly pissed off.
Pan, do we take him with us now? What do we do?
Yeah.
Are we going?
Well, he could make a really good ally if, you could help. You guys can spar with each other, and
If you're gonna keep him, then you take care of him. If he breaks something, you pay for it. It's not my business.
So, Fargosh, before that minor scuffle happened, do you want to come help us track down the tar?
No.
No? I'll take that as a yes.
Screw you! Out of character. That was out of character, by the way.
Even though it was in the character's voice.
I just said it in the character's voice for humor's sake.
There will be food, and you get to fight, and treasure.
Oh, he's weak. He can't fight.
Well, he can spar with you. We're only level 3.
Fourth wall breaking Dragonborn. anyways, at you saying I'll take that as a yes, Fargwash gives you this incredulous little wait what sort of expression.
Fargwash, just come with us. You have no choice. You either die here or you come with us.
I'm sure you two will get along just fine.
I'm looking at him like, what the hell is wrong with you? I have no words anymore.
There's no hard feelings. It's just a misunderstanding. We could get this all cleared up.
He said killing. I thought he was gonna kill you.
No, he asked if there...
At this point in time, Nalalia just is like... and she just looks down and shakes her head, and then she just wanders around the corner of the little outcropping that she was leaning up against, and just... Those who are still in the crater or still nearby, or still down where the ogre is, just see her tail go as she rounds the corner, and then she just sort of walks away.
Pan chases after Nalalia. Where are you going?
Tordak watches the ogre and stares right in his eyes.
Okay.
Vashtin continues to growl at the ogre.
Pan is going to turn.
Oh, hold up, I did that wrong.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever.
That's funny.
Right?
Pan is going to turn the corner after Nalalia, so he's out of the flaring.
Alright. So,
Who do you want to follow, Mr. GM? Do you want to keep track of the ogre and
for now,
the other guy?
I'm keeping track of the ogre, but not for much longer. So basically, what just happened is I just had the ogre roll a stealth check with all this distraction going on.
Like I said, I was watching him.
That's why I rolled twice, because he had disadvantage, but he rolled just fine on both rolls.
You rolled the same thing.
Exactly. He rolled 14 total both times, so what would you roll to see if you actually noticed that? Like a perception?
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. And go on and roll perception to see if you notice him slinking away.
Yeah.
Somehow,
I have a
Vashtin
20.
is so caught up in growling at him.
Mark is watching the little couple argument going on between Pan and Malala.
I think as a line you have advantage on perception checks, right?
I think only if they're based on... Well, do I smell him slinking away?
That doesn't make much sense, so I would go ahead and say no, unless you were actively paying attention to a scent and noted that it was getting weaker as he slinked away, but I don't think you're doing that.
Nope. I'm just caught up in growling.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
where do you think you're going here?
Fargwash comes to a stop and then just falls onto his ass again.
Like, seriously? Are you
Wait,
kidding
how
me?
could he slink away? Time out. Can we bring back the map? The map of the enclosement? Can we bring back the enclosement?
Let me see if I can find it. No, it's still here. Okay.
Okay, so Pan just turned the corner. Vashtin and Tordak are there. Where is the ogre going to slink away to?
Around this way.
Oh, that's not the wall.
No, that's the water.
Yeah,
That's
over
the
here
river.
is water.
Oh, I thought that was a
And
wall.
he tried to move away, so... But yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh well. Back to world map.
Okay.
Ah,
Looks the same on my screen.
Yeah.
really? It didn't shift over for you? Because it shifted over for me.
I'm back to world map.
I'm back to world map.
Yeah, what else? Alright.
If you Ryan, if you don't change where the players are located,
Yeah, I know, I did that.
maybe I just didn't see it for some reason. My computer's probably slow.
Possible. Anyways. So, let's cut back over to Nalalia and Pan, and I'll just let you guys role-play that out. Because this, I wish I had some popcorn right now, because I get the feeling this is going to be like watching a romantic sitcom right now.
I do.
Oh,
actually
what's
have
wrong?
popcorn.
Okay, so Nalalia, we just leveled up to 3. Pan in meta, however he did it, brings up this detail. Nalalia is going to sort of... Are there any really people around, like in the general area?
Well, there's Panmorn.
Besides him?
aside from the rest of the party and the the ogre, no, not really. You're out of town by like half a day's travel, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ogre's
that's what I
part of
thought.
our party now.
Alright, so Nalalia sort of just wanders off for a minute, and she doesn't seem to be paying much attention to Pan as he follows behind her. And what basically happens is I'm sort of imagining the cameras focused on Pan following her, and Nalalia just starts to, like, she gets this aura around her and she starts to glow like this deep purple. Um, and she then stops at like a clearing. There's nothing there, no one there, and she just sits. And then she sits in like an Indian style media meditating sort of pose, and she's still glowing purple. And by the time Pan gets close enough to try to talk to her to say anything, this like purple portal thing opens up, and then there's this basically Cthulhu kind of creature in front of her. And she speaks in a language that Pan
more than likely does not understand.
What's Pan's languages?
I have Common, Draconic, and
Abyssal.
No, I just have Common Draconic, so I don't understand it.
Okay, cool. So she just starts talking to this other being, and for purposes of those who may or may not have the language, it's not abysmal. It's not abyssal. It's infernal. And she speaks to him. He speaks back, and eventually, when all is said and done, one of his tentacles comes forth towards Nalalia and just sort of basically hands her a like basically a book.
A really
It's
thick book, yeah.
a really thick leather bound, and it's a strange leather bound book. And for purposes of Mr. Dragonborn person who's probably somewhat sensitive to smell and things like that, there's probably like a hint of brimstone, just because.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then Nalalia's just holds her book, and then the creature just vanishes back into his portal, and then Nalalia just turns and then is like, "Oh, hello."
I don't suppose you could have called that creature when we were fighting Char.
I had no need to, and on some level, I can't. But perhaps I have spells that may imitate him, but he's not going to attack for me. No.
Who is he?
The Great Old One. My patron of sorts. The source of my dark magic.
Well, you two seem to be on good terms. What's that? Points at the book.
This is my tome. Where did it go? I totally saved it. Hold on. I had a name for the book because Irmide. There we go. Nalalia just sort of holds the book and she says as much to herself as to Pan. She just says, Irmide. You wouldn't understand.
Is it... I am not sure what's going on here.
You are a cleric, yes?
Yes?
Your magic comes from some deity, some being, yes?
Ah, so that was your god?
In a way, yes.
Wow. A lot more tentacly than I would imagine a god to be.
Nah,
So...
it is the way it is. You don't want to spend too much time looking at him. And then she sort of turns to go back towards the rest of the group with her new book. And as she turns, she says, she's finishing her statement of, you wouldn't want to look at him too much. She just sort of absently says, you'll go insane.
You follow the god of insanity? Huh.
A god that can create the insane. Those that are dumb enough to stare into his eyes long.
Well, you stared into his eyes, I think. Did that
She
thing even
smirks.
have eyes?
She smirks. My eyes were closed.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And she's walking back up to the rest of the group, and she puts the new Idromede in her pack with all the rest of her other books.
I have no idea what to say. You just talked to... my head hurts.
Back with the ogre.
And she just sort of pats pants like, okay.
Odette would try to
Thanks.
talk to the ogre.
Okay, what are you trying to say?
So, do you have any idea what to make out of the Dragonborn?
Could you rephrase that?
Yeah, what do you think about the Dragonborn? Tordik asked the ogre.
Ah.
The dude who healed you.
Fargwash doesn't respond right away. And then he just keeps going with him not responding. Because I don't know how to have him respond to that. I haven't had a proper means of developing a good personality for the guy yet.
You're a smart one, I see.
He grunts.
I grunt back.
Vashton grunts.
And I see the other two returning while they all three are grunting at each other.
And then Fargwash just sort of pipes up by saying, "Stop copying me."
You stop copying me.
So...
You're back.
yeah, Nalalia talked to this big squid thing in the sky, and...
Listen
it
to
was in the sky, right? It was not in the sky?
It was a portal that was on the ground, and it was up and
Okay.
out of it.
Nalalia talked to this big squid thing in this portal thing, and she got a book.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Sure. And Tordek steps one step back, so just looking at the Dragonborn, and it's like, what's wrong with him today?
First he healed our prey, then he saw Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Oh, she did! Right? Anyways, I'm
Nalalia looks to the ogre, and then she seems to think for a second, and she's like, "Was our quest to kill the ogre and bring back some
No,
sort
we
of
should
proof
get
that
rid
we had
of him.
killed it, or was it just to be rid of him and to stop him from doing what he was doing here?"
We should stop him. As far as I remember, we were sent out to stop him and get rid of him.
I'm sure the villagers won't want to kill things. They seem like nice villagers.
Nalalia then looks to the ogre and says, "I'm sure you don't want to be here dealing with some of the more interesting members of my little band of misfits that's following me around. But if you can simply leave, You leave this little hovel, this little home that you have here. Return to wherever it is that you came from. We won't attack you. We won't stab you in the back. Just leave.
Wait, but he could be of help to us. Besides,
We just
Vashtin,
finish it all.
Vashtin and Tordek and him seem to be having fun.
15 on
grunts.
persuasion.
All right.
Because he's not trying to be intimidating. He's trying to talk sense to the ogre.
All right. Okay.
Considering she's probably got the highest intelligence of the entire party.
Right. All right.
True,
so,
but
You sure you can beat an 8?
oh crap! I rolled low.
yeah. If only your rolls were flipped, you would have gotten a critical success. But nah.
I still rolled a 12, so. I mean, I like the ogre.
All right. So Fargwash sort of looks between you all, and then looks to Nalalia before saying, "No stabbing me in the back."
I guarantee
You
it.
give us the treasure that is, and I try to intimidate him.
What are you trying to get out of him?
His treasure. Still believe he has money.
Is there something I should roll for him to counter that? Like to see if he
Uh,
actually gets intimidated or not.
Maybe
is
inside?
it done?
No.
I don't know.
Is it
I
a
don't think-
charisma save?
It might be a charisma save.
In that case, okay, and that's
It's
here.
either
In
charisma
that,
or wisdom.
in that case,
I would say wisdom.
they're about the same, so that's just his modifier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, he's intimidated.
Finally, the first time it worked.
All right, so the ogre glares at Tordek for a moment before slumping slightly and giving out a long, aggravated sigh. It's like, "Fine, fine, follow me." And he picks up his great club, puts it on his back, and then just sort of
I
shambles
follow him.
out.
I happily follow him.
Nalalia just sort of rolls her eyes and flicks her tail, irritated, and reaches in to grab the new leather-bound book that she had, and she's just reading it as she's walking.
Yep, because she's a bookworm like that.
Is it an interesting story?
Spells. New ones.
Vashtin sighs and plods along after the party.
In a lion sigh.
I guess it's more of like that chuffing sound that dogs and cats can make. It's kind of a sigh. It's close enough. It conveys the meaning.
Yeah, so Fargwash leads you a bit further inland, about an hour northward, not very far. And once you hit that hour point, he comes to a stop in a small sort of, just in front of like a small sort of forested patch, like just a cluster of trees and shrubbery. And then he sort of steps through some of the foliage, stepping over bushes and shit, and then just sort of goes into the thicket, I guess.
I will try to follow him.
It's easy enough. His supremely high amount of pounds and weight was able to get rid of the majority of the thicket around him, so you have a pretty good path to follow.
All right.
So following him in,
It's not like he pushed a tree out of the way and you were too close behind him and he let the tree branch go and it smacked you in the face.
Yeah, I would love to do that, but all right. So he leads you in, lets out an annoyed grunt, and then just sort of waves his hand. And in front of you is a really rudimentary chest.
I run up to the chest and open it.
All right. Opening up the chest, you see a pretty substantial amount of gold coins and what looks like a few pots, vases. One of them is broken.
I try to look at them and see if they're old or might be worth something. History check.
Well, go ahead, I guess.
Yeah. And I throw them behind me thinking they're worthless garbage and take all the gold coins.
Hey, share.
You didn't even follow me through the thicket. I'm there alone with the ogre, and you were yelling
I
for
thought we
bait
were
behind
all
the chair.
Can I just veto that statement and say that you all went in with the ogre?
Really? Oh, then I
Well,
missed that.
I
Sorry.
mean, I thought we were all following.
Unless you guys don't want to go in.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. I would assume
I'm not gonna
everybody's in there.
stay out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay outside and
Yeah.
Anyway, so, yeah, I actually set up this gold coin amountage so that it could be evenly distributed. Let's see. Its total is 200 gold pieces.
oh, nice.
All right. I knew you had some gold. Good decision. And well, I hope we will never hear or see you again.
Wait. I still think you can be of help. We could. You'll get way more of it traveling with us.
Are they walking back out now?
Yeah, Tordik leaves.
Okay. At that line, as you're walking back out, it's...
Well, wait. Is the ogre walking back out? Because I'm saying it next to the ogre.
No, the ogre's currently just sort of standing in the middle of his sort of makeshift home, just sort of looking at you incredulously.
You'll get way more than this traveling with us. Besides, it'll be fun. That dwarf guy, he sounds rough, but I'm sure you guys will get along just fine. You guys can teach each other fighting stuff and stuff.
The ogre points to the exit.
Come on.
He keeps pointing at the exit.
You sure you don't?
And come on. From outside the thing.
I don't understand why you guys don't want a friend. I mean, what else is he going to do? Sit here and... That's the only way we could make sure that he doesn't go back and fight and continue harassing the villagers.
Akira points out, well, ogres are kind of stupid. Given how thoroughly you guys kicked his ass, I'm willing to bet that he won't be going back there because he'll probably be at least mildly afraid that you'll come back and do it again.
But we're leaving.
Maybe another group of adventurers will show up. You never know. He might be smart enough to not take the risk.
But you just said he was stupid.
Stupid, yes. We'll see what happens, but for now we do have a job to do.
Let's go back to the village, guys.
Right, stay out of trouble, okay? You sure you don't want to come with us for some gold?
Leave!
Eulalia like grabs Pan's hand and pulls him off with him back to the village.
Once we arrive at the village, I'm like, okay, guys. Here is your share, and I hand each of them 50 gold.
Alright. So everyone is now 50 gold pieces richer.
Yay.
And let's go to the mayor.
Botched in his people again, by the way. Because it's a couple hour
I would have
walk,
just
isn't
put it in your mouth and went away.
Yeah,
Just leave it.
Yeah, it's basically a couple of hours long walk, yeah.
Yep. So he's human again.
Alright. Alright, so let's carry on then, shall we? So,
Yes.
where are you guys headed now? To the
To the
mayor's office.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the office building. And if I'm recalling right, the mayor files person was like a dwarf, right?
Yes, he was a dwarf.
Okay.
Yes.
So he looks up as you all step inside. I totally forgot his voice, so I'm just going to improvise. Ugh, you're back.
Yeah.
As you can see.
The ogre promised us that he won't attack again.
To clarify, we didn't just take the ogre at his word. We beat him senseless and made him promise to leave.
Wait. Oh, we didn't beat him senseless.
The
He's
carrot
an
smacked you in the
ogre,
back
he
of the
was
head with his
already
wing.
in that state.
Ouch. That's harsh. True, but harsh. Alright, so, let's see here. The dwarf sort of nods still and says, I see. Well, let's just hope he holds his word. Though I have my...
If he doesn't, let us know.
How can I reach you?
Send the messenger, bro.
Huh.
It matters little.
If you could just tell a messenger and the messenger will find us. It always does. He always does. Side quest thing. Quest lines. I'm sure it'll reach us.
Anyways, let's see here. So, out of character, I've forgotten what did we establish would be the reward for you guys completing this quest again?
You will get the horses.
4 horses.
Right, that was right.
Specifically that they would lend us the horses.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, but we could never return them, so we get the horses.
But that would be sealing.
We were planning to
Oh, are we
steal
talking
them
about this
anyways
out of
at the
character?
beginning.
Yes, we're talking about this out of character.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, being in the office, we were planning to steal them.
Pan is very against stealing.
We've gathered.
Stealing is wrong.
Well then, do we rest up here for another day and then go with the horses to Grey
We don't-
Rose?
We head towards Grey Rose to see if we can find a boat to allow us to ride the river up to
Spellbridge.
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 If not,
Yeah.
not, we take the horses to Spellbridge.
Yeah, but the thing is, do we rest here for another day or do we leave now? What time is it? by the way?
Yeah, we
We're,
rest
we're
Right now it's getting on towards evening. I mean, like, when you first arrived, it was sort of like a middle of the day-ish, early evening, if I'm recalling right. So I'm just going to say it's like a mid to late evening right now.
okay. Before we leave, Pan asks the. We're still in the mayor's office, right?
Yes.
By the way, sir, have you ever heard of a dragonborn named Char?
I think we already asked him this question.
No, you
No,
asked the
we-
apothecary.
We've asked the apothecary, we've asked the barkeep.
And a random passerby dwarf who was not this one.
Yes.
The mayor looks and says, well, of course I have.
Who is he?
He is a knight of the realm.
This realm?
Realm.
I'm not from here.
Ah, yes. He is a knight under our king here in Dunmall.
Oh. Is
You
he?
don't-
Oh,
Is
yeah.
he a? Is
If
he
we were
a-
going to go talk to him, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
is he a respected knight, or do you know?
I generally don't poke my nose into that sort of thing, but to my knowledge, he is at least marginally respected.
I see.
Thanks for your information.
You are welcome.
Do you know where we could find him?
Does Pan get a sense that he is telling the truth?
The dwarf is telling the truth, yes.
Okay.
Or at least you get the sense that he is. And as for a Tordek, what were you trying to do?
I asked him if he would know where you'd find him.
Let's see. Let me just double check my notes really quick, see if I actually have this written down. Alright. Sorry about the delay, YouTube. I'm just checking my notes.
Yay,
And,
picking.
Alright, yeah. Alright, let's see. Alright. The dwarf says, I suppose it really all depends on what he's doing at the time. To my knowledge, he was... Come to think of it, I don't actually know. Again, I don't keep much track of nobility and that sort.
Well then, thanks anyways.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for your help.
Indeed.
They only had 3 horses, right? If I recall.
There 4? I thought they had 4. 3 or 4.
I believe they had 3 horses and a mule that was...
and a mule, yeah, and a donkey or something.
Yeah, that was already, quote-unquote, spoken for, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. So all in all, it's 3 horses. So as they're getting ready to shove off to follow along the river on horseback, Malia sort of looks between the human, who is a druid who is decent with animals, and then Pan, to figure out who it is that she is riding with, because she's the lighter one of the bunch. So, and then she just sort of shrugs and hops onto the same horse as Pan.
Well, are we going to leave tonight, or are we just staying here another
that's
night?
right. Rewind.
Well-
That happens later.
That happens later. Oh wait, we've skipped part of the story.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, for the night, she just
Same rooming arrangements.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
How much do we
Well-
pay?
How much did you pay last time?
That's a
2
good
gold.
question.
2 gold.
2 gold in total? Okay.
This time, Pan is paying. So
Alright.
Okay.
Okie dokes. Alright. So, let's see here. So, you get your rooms, I take it.
Yep.
Alright, and you
Yep.
sleep through the night. All seems well. Morning dawns.
well, during the nighttime, Pan is going to ask, or is Nalali still reading that book? I'm not going to remember the name, so.
She before the night was out, or before she went like asleep, she would swap to another one that wasn't a spell book and had a title on it that Pan can actually understand and
You like reading a lot.
looks to be more of a storybook.
Yeah.
That's
You
what I
like
do.
reading a lot. Have you always liked reading?
You could say that, yes.
This, the story you're reading now, what's it about?
It is the history of. You could say it's a more engaging form of the history of our world.
More engaging form of the history of our world?
Yeah, basically out of character. Basically, think of it as what you would get from a dramatic reenactment of like the Civil War from a movie. but in book form.
I know.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Pan wouldn't
Pan
know
does.
that. Pan doesn't know that.
So the Lalia figures out some way to deliver that message and to convey that same point to Pan, however that works. And even if she doesn't succeed on it, eventually she just sort of gives up and falls asleep.
But... Well, I guess it's interesting, although I don't know how many different ways you can tell the same history. She's already asleep, so there's no answer, by the way.
Exactly.
we already said she fell asleep. So.
All right. So, next morning, I take it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So,
Yep.
morning comes.
Once again, the Lalia is the last one up.
Yes, because reasons. All right.
So I would say we get the horses and leave for Grey Rose,
Indeed.
and off we
Pan
go.
hopping on the back. Pan hopping on the back of the same horse as, or I mean, the Lalia hopping on the same horse as Pan.
Yep. Alrighty. Alright, so the stable master seems a little disgruntled at all this, but his, the word of the mayor is the word of the mayor, and meh.
We'll give them back, and they'll be safe.
Alright, so
Probably.
did we ever determine how much time, like how much your speed will be increased on horseback?
It will be horse. What was the horse's base movement speed?
I think 40 or 50 or something.
40 or 50. So it would be. We normally move at what? How many a day?
20.
An hour?
Let's have a look here in my cheat sheet. In 1 hour, at a normal pace, is about 3 miles.
Okay, so 4 or 5 miles.
In an hour, so...
A riding horse is 60 feet.
Oh, riding horse is 60 feet, so double that. 6 miles.
6 miles in an hour. So how much would that be in a day?
Wait, 6 miles an hour? That's a mile every 10 minutes. I can run faster than that.
That's...
Oh yeah, but you can't do it non-stop.
And you can
That's
do
true.
it while carrying someone.
That is true. I just figured horses
what
would be
is it,
faster
6?
than that.
Well, they're not currently going at galloping speed, so you don't wear them out and kill them.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus a quote unquote run is characterized as being twice your speed.
Right.
So what was the 6 miles in an hour?
Yeah.
That would be 144 miles in a day.
In 24 hours?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I would say less because we're going to slow down a little bit, and we're not going to walk the entire day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
So, yeah. So with that in mind, you could probably reach Guerrero's in about 2 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Neat. Alright, well, let's go and get started on this journey then. So, how did we say we were going to handle that again? Like, I'd check it for each leg of the journey?
Yep.
Yeah. I
So that
think
would be each day.
Generally speaking, I don't count it by each day because too much of a chance of constant interruption. When I say a leg of the journey, I mean like sections. Like if you're like going across a mountain, through a tundra, and up a desert, that'd be like 3 legs of the journey-ish.
Well,
or through
yeah,
multiple
but-
countries, So,
But through this, it's 2 days. Okay.
well. Let me just roll a d4.
Okay.
So in this case, it'll just be 1-legged journey then. So, let me just see if anything happens. And alright, so that 9 pretty much indicates that the trip goes smoothly as can go, pretty much. It's the weather is crappy on one of the days, but beyond that, it's pretty smooth sailing, so to speak.
Well, nice.
So I'm just going to move the
Once again, we get to where we're going without any kind of issue.
Indeed. It's because I don't necessarily like doing random encounters that don't have much influence on the story, you know?
Like
Oh,
the lion.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the lion. Although the lion created some
That's
fun
Big
in-jokes.
influence.
It has some fun in-jokes, but still. Generally speaking, if I have a current narrative going, I like to sort of skip over random encounters if at all possible, so that I can just stay focused in on that main narrative. Yeah. I'll still do random encounters, just not super frequently.
So we arrived Grey Rose.
Yeah. Basically,
What time of the day?
let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and say that it's early afternoon when you reach okay, so basically to describe the scene. You're moving along the northern side of the river, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, so as you're moving along the northern side of the river, as you get to about the point where Grey Rose is just across from you, excuse me, there is a humongous and rather extravagant bridge that connects a small little hamlet on the north side of the river to Grey Rose itself. The bridge goes across the river and connects to Grey Rose's gates. And it looks like there are several sets of stairs that go from like the upper echelons of the city down into the dock section down below. Because it's sort of very elevated where you're at. So, yeah, it's like there's very tall rock walls, and down below, at the bottom of this sort of canyon-esque sort of setup is the river. Like, they're not as super tall, but you get the idea.
Can we sort of identify from where we are, sort of up above, that there's any sort of, like, ferry or
There's a
any kind of anything that we could potentially rent out?
There are a bunch of rather large boats and even a few larger ships in the harbor, but you can't tell from here what each one's specific function is.
Okay.
All right.
And Nalalia sort of looks to the rest of the group. To the docks?
Let's first check
sure.
out the city. Maybe he's in here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's spend a
Anna's
day or two
going
here
tourist
to try to get
mode.
some information.
Yeah. We could check out what the city has to offer. I've never been here before. It's be awesome.
It will be awesome. I agree with Pan.
And then Nalalia just sort of taps her foot to the side behind to get the horse to move to get going in the middle of Pan's talking.
There's probably a library near here. You could go to the library.
Tordek slowly follows them on his horse.
Alright. Alright, so the bridge is fairly lengthy to cross, but you eventually come to the Grey Rose gates on the other side. They're tall, made of really thick metal bars, big portcullis thing, and there's also, behind those portcullises, fairly sizable wooden gates as well that are in very nice repair and all that. There are a couple of guards in front of the gates, and one of them approaches you as you are approaching on horseback.
Hello.
Hail, what business do you have in Grey Rose?
We're just passing
Just-
through. Never been to this city before. Be awesome. Do you recommend any places to check out while we're here?
He raises an eyebrow and then says, I'm not necessarily the right guy to talk to about that. I just guard the place.
Oh. Who would we talk to?
I would just ask around. Everyone has different opinions.
Ah.
If you're just passing through, then I suppose there's no harm in letting you in. Just keep to yourself and don't cause any trouble while you're here, alright?
We won't.
He analyzes the group carefully and then just sort of looks up for a second before moving to unlock and open up the gates, and that whole process, however that works.
Where's Akira?
Akira is currently still sitting on top of your horns. He's presently actually taking something of a nap.
Alright, guys. I would say we find a place to stay first.
Okay. That sounds like a good idea. And then we should take the rest of the day off. I'll go.
Yeah, I have some stuff to do myself.
Yeah.
So, do we find a tavern or something like where we can stay?
Well, I'm pretty sure the majority of you have either never been in this city before, or if you have, you never took the time to memorize its layout. So,
Nope.
I'm assuming this would be a roll situation.
Wait. So we're looking for a place to stay, right?
Yeah.
Who's standing around us right now?
As you're entering into the city, just, a number of pedestrians are passing along.
Oh, we're still just entering the city, right?
Yeah.
Walking back to the guard. Do you know if there's any good inns we can stay at?
There's a number. If you're looking for good quality, but a bit on the pricey side, there's the ferry's wingtip. It's towards the central plaza. Everything else is scattered all over the place, and range in quality.
All right.
The pickaxe is home to a rather rambunctious type of dwarf. He's an interesting sort, but he means well. There's a number of others scattered around.
Okay, so the
I'm for
ferry...
the pickaxe one.
Okay, we could go to the pickaxe. What about you guys? Do you guys think we should go to the pickaxe? Or the ferry's wingtip?
Tavern is a tavern. The cheaper, the better.
Okay.
Nalalia, was there a specific tavern you'd been hoping to visit? I don't remember the name.
Yes, but I don't think the tavern is here. I believe the tavern is in Spellbridge.
Yes.
She looks to the guard. Do you know of a tavern known as what was it? The
Rat's
Tipsy
Nest?
Imp.
Oh no, Timsium.
Do you know of a tavern known as the Tipsy Imp?
He taps his chin for a moment before shaking his head. If there is such a tavern and inn, it isn't in this city.
Yeah, as I thought. Yes, there was a tavern I was looking for. We were looking for, but not in this city.
Okay.
And then she goes back to the guard again. Are any of those taverns, in particular, closer to a library? How many libraries do you have here?
We only have a couple of libraries and bookstores, I'm afraid, but the ferry's wingtip is closer to the bigger of the two libraries than the pickaxe.
Okay.
And then Nalalia just sort of shrugs. Whichever ones you guys want to go to.
As I said, I'm for the pickaxe.
Varshan, do you have a preference?
I don't.
Alright, sir. One last question. Where's the pickaxe? I don't want to roll for this.
That's fine.
I might roll and miss it, even though it's right in front of me.
The pickaxe is on the northeastern side of town. Head to the northern plaza, follow this street up, and he gives you some directions.
Okay.
And before we leave, I asked the guard, do you know where isn't there a good armor smith somewhere in this town?
Central Plaza is where you're going to want to go. There's a damn fine blacksmith there, yes.
Awesome. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Pan hands him a gold coin.
He raises an eyebrow, but takes it all the same.
And onward we go.
Yep.
Something about
So-
Northern Plaza. Pan already forgot the directions.
Nalalia was right there when he got him, so she directs him to where we need to go.
Alright.
Okay.